I'm Abby,
And I'm Anna.
and this is Serious Beef.
Welcome.
All right, we're back. We're here. I was gonna say this is our last one of. It's not our last one of March. Next week will be the last March episode.
Okay, so we don't know what we're talking about, which is typical, so that's all right.
Classic. All righty.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
Well, I got a beef. I'm ready with the beef.
Okay, hit me with it.
Okay, so Ashley and I watched the Jim Henson documentary. Okay, it was very good. It was good. Absolutely worth a watch.
I wouldn't mind watching it myself.
My beef is that Jim Henson started that with using the puppets and everything like that. He wanted to make a puppet show basically, but like not for kids. He didn't want it to be kids content.
Really? I didn't realize he didn't want it to be kids' content.
Originally, he wanted to make something like more mature, more artistic and such, and he was doing like commercials for different products and whatnot. And they're like raunchy's not the right word, but like they're more like they would like borderline curse and whatnot in them and whatnot.
Okay. Funny.
And I'm like, I need a rated R Muppets movie.
Yeah, okay.
I need Miss Piggy to drop the F-bomb.
And you know she would.
She would.
She would.
I
Yeah.
need.
So would Statler and
Absolutely.
Waldorf. Is that, well, how do I say his name?
Statler and
Waldorf.
Waldorf.
It's Waldorf. Yes, sorry.
I mean, I think we deserve a rated R Muppets movie.
For sure. Well, I'll tell you what. So he coined the term Muppets
Yes.
because he wanted to combine. I remember trying to figure out why he used the word Muppets instead of puppets, but he said it. They're kind of a cross between marionettes and puppets. So he made a whole new word.
Yeah.
Muppet. I was like, okay, I get that. So what's your beef? Oh, you need the. Oh, sorry, you need the R-rated.
I need an R-rated movie.
Muppets movie.
I need an R-rated Muppets movie.
For sure. Okay, I agree with that. I think it would be a hoot. I've seen Avenue Q. It's hilarious. If you,
It's great.
I mean, although it's not Travis.
But it's not the
kind of
same. It's not the same as having an R-rated
because
Muppets.
the Muppets are characters that are really well known. Like
I want Kermit. I want Kermit to curse.
You're right. I don't think Kermit might. Although I'll tell you what, if you ever growing up watching the Muppet Show,
Yeah.
which is just one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, growing up watching.
Yep.
And you see how frazzled he gets through the show, trying to wrangle the other Muppets and the guest star. Yeah, he might drop a few curse words.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's true. You're right.
You never know.
And I gotta tell you, like, what an imagination Jim Henson had, right? Like, he would have done it probably.
Oh, he absolutely would have. Because the documentary that we watched goes through kind of how he gets his start and then how they kind of end up with Kermit and all this kind of stuff. And then the Muppet Show and how that takes off.
Well, he gets asked to be a part of Sesame Street.
Yes.
He gets asked. They're starting Sesame Street in the 60s. He started the Muppets in what, the 50s? And then, I'm almost positive.
1955.
Okay, he gets asked to be a part of this new educational show, that's coming out, which ends up being Sesame Street, and he says yes, and it's kind of takes that turn forward. Now it's for the children going forward.
But then it kind of talks about, after the success of the Muppet Show, which was not just for kids, that was also for.
It absolutely wasn't. It was definitely for the family. It was definitely a family show because there were moments for the adults in there that kids necessarily wouldn't get.
Oh yeah. Well, but
my whole family loved that show.
Mm-hmm. Well, he then gets the full length movies, and he doesn't make the Muppet, not the Muppets movies. He makes the Labyrinth.
True,
and
that's true. The Dark Crystal, is he part of that?
Yes, both of those are Jim Henson productions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Dark Crystal comes out first and doesn't do well.
Right.
And it almost tanks the whole thing. And then he kind of gets more like momentum back, and then they can do the Labyrinth and whatnot. But
but now the Dark Crystal. I loved both of those. Yeah, now the Dark Crystal is kind of like a cult classic. Like it's so great.
No, I think the Labyrinth.
Yeah.
I think the Labyrinth between the two of them is the bigger. More people have heard of that, but I never really watched the Labyrinth growing up. I watched Dark Crystal.
Us too, because my dad loved the Dark Crystal. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like whatever your parents really like. That's kind kind of what you watch, right?
But no, yeah. So it kind of goes through those, and neither of those were the big successes that he wanted them to be. And I'm like, tragedy. People didn't appreciate what they had,
Right.
in my opinion. But what
Well,
do
it's funny because he definitely didn't just cater to the kids, because otherwise you don't have characters like Waldorf and Statler who are, you know, booing everything.
Yes,
And hilarious.
absolutely.
And you know, the sarcasm, you know,
Yes.
which goes over most kids' heads, right? And the adults are like loving that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so he definitely didn't want to just aim it towards kids. You can totally
100%.
see that.
100%.
Which is awesome. Yeah, love it.
Well, I guess this brings us into our next thing. We could discuss. I've got two things.
Okay, what do you got?
Okay, either. I figure we'll do both of these, but it's just up to you which one we want to do first.
Okay.
We're in a Muppets mood today, folks. So if you don't want to listen to us talk about the Muppets,
which who doesn't love the Muppets?
if you don't, if you don't want to listen to us talk about the Muppets, I would just mute us so we can still get the views.
That's
So,
true.
but,
That's true.
Let us run in the background if you wouldn't mind. So we can either start with what movies do you think deserve a Muppets adaptation,
Oh wow.
or
Okay.
or we can do kind of how we did the Swiftie Smackdown, the draft, drafting the songs. We could draft our team of Muppet characters.
Well, sure, and you know, if there's time willing, we could do both.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with movies that deserve a Muppet adaptation.
Oh,
yeah.
real
Yeah.
quick, our sauce today. Our sauce is spicy sauce.
Okay.
Made by it's a sauce made by the Swedish chef. So spicy sauce.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
So now I need to think of movies that I think would need a Muppets rendition, man. Because yeah, they made the Christmas Carol version, which is awesome. Love. Is there any others that they've made? Oh, they
Yeah.
made what's the one with the ship? The
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island.
Muppet Treasure Island.
They did do that.
But they've
one.
also they did a Wizard of Oz, if you remember.
Oh yes, you're right. They did do Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
They did the Haunted Mansion just recently.
Oh, it's true. They did do a version of Haunted Mansion. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so they have done several.
They've done it, yeah.
Yeah, and I like them all just because I like the Muppets. So.
Oh, A Very Merry Muppet Christmas movie is a Muppet version of It's a Wonderful Life, apparently.
Oh,
I had no idea.
I did not know that.
I was like looking up the ones, but yeah.
Okay.
It's wild.
Well, cool. Now,
I've got a suggestion.
hit me with your. Well, what's the first one that comes to mind that you think should be remade with Muppets?
The Princess Bride.
Oh, okay, that could be fun.
I thought that one. I don't know who your hero would. I don't know who you would have as the.
Kermit.
No. Who would be? You have like one human character, right?
Oh, I see.
You know,
You're
you've
right.
got your
There's
Michael
always-
Caine, you've got your Tim Curry.
You're right. I forgot about that.
I'm
There is
thinking that
always-
Prince Humperdinck is maybe unchanged,
Okay.
and everybody else.
Everyone
is
else is Muppets. Oh, that would be an absolute hoot because he would be played serious,
right?
Yeah,
Because Miss Piggy is Buttercup.
of course.
Kermit is the Dread Pirate is
Jeffrey
Wesley.
Roberts, yeah, Wesley, yeah. Okay,
Maybe. Well, and
that's
then
hilarious.
with the big guy with the oh man, what the hell is his name? You know, the
Sweetums.
Sweetums is Andre the Giant's character.
Yes, you're right. That's a hoot.
But
okay.
well maybe
Dr. Teeth is going to be he's going to be the villain with the six fingers.
Dr. Teeth is the sixth.
I don't know why that just came. Why that just came to my head, I don't know. But that's a hoot. Okay, that could be.
That's what I'm saying. That's who we're. I don't know where Waldorf and the Statler.
Who knows, right?
in.
You'd figure it all out.
But they would
But just
do
imagining
there.
it'd be hoot. Here's literally the first thing that pops into my head.
Okay.
The first movie that I wanted, because I'm thinking, okay, we were discussing how Jim Henson wanted it to be for adults. The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's awesome.
If you had done it back in the day, where Tim Curry is still
Absolutely nothing has changed except
everybody else is Muppets.
Yes.
and you just
Tim
have Tim Curry.
That would be great.
Would that not have been fantastic.
That would have been
Just
excellent.
thinking about it is making me smile. Like it would be so funny.
So funny.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah, definitely for adults though.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my gosh, just sorry. That was the first movie that popped in my head because I'm thinking the characters are already so crazy in that show, right? And so over the top, and so it lends itself perfectly to
Yeah.
to switching it out with Muppets. Yeah, that would be a hoot.
I would love a Muppet adaptation of Clue.
Oh, okay.
Because they keep talking about redoing that movie, and I'm like, I don't redo it unless
That's actually perfect.
I would do the Muppets.
You're right. That's
And
the only
once
way
again-
I would be okay with them redoing that movie.
Once again, Tim Curry is unchanged.
Legit. Because he
just
kind of
Tim
is a
Curry
Muppet.
movies.
He kind of is a Muppet anyway already. He fits right in with them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hoot.
I think we've talked about this before. That's like when you look at the Muppet Christmas Carol, also extremely successful, and then you look at Muppet Treasure Island, it's like that one works. Treasure Island works because Tim Curry acts like a Muppet, and Christmas Carol works because Michael Caine treats the Muppets like they're
People.
like they're actors.
Legit.
Yes.
They're like real actors, and he plays it. He plays
completely
the
straight.
Fantastic.
It's so good.
It's so funny because I forgot that Muppet Treasure Island has Tim Curry. They should have done every Tim Curry movie with a
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Damn it.
Every single one.
All these missed opportunities. Oh, the other thing, you could do something super epic like The Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Like, how cool would that be?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be
100%.
really funny.
Like The Matrix, you could do.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Disney owns both of these things,
It's
Muppets
true.
and Star Wars.
It's Disney. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
I'm already laughing thinking about how
Yes.
awesome it would be.
I saw somebody had suggested the Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
That one could be kind of fun.
That could be fun.
And then somebody else had suggested Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, I would love it.
That actually,
I would love it.
I'd watch it. I'd watch
Yep.
Pride and Prejudice.
I would be 100% on board. That would be hilarious. You know, I love that movie already. So
It's true.
that would be a hoot.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The
me think.
Godfather.
The
Somebody suggested The Godfather.
Okay, that's fantastic.
That's pretty funny.
That's fantastic. I love it. Oh, what about like Wicked?
Oh yeah.
Kermit's already green.
He's Kermit Elphaba.
Kermit is Alphaba. Legit.
Kermit's Elphaba and Miss Piggy is Glinda.
Galinda. Yep.
Oh, I think.
I think that would be hilarious.
Okay, here's my other different thought.
Okay.
Okay, you have the Wicked movie that just came out.
Yeah. Yep.
Everything stays the same. Miss Piggy is actually Elphaba, and Ariana Grande is unchanged.
Okay. Miss Piggy would like roast her.
You see? Okay, you see where I was going with this.
Miss Piggy would be like, eat a sandwich. You're too thin.
No, she would just the back and forth. I don't think it could never happen because Miss Piggy would absolutely be the Glinda. So I think Cynthia Erivo would have to be unchanged.
100%.
Because Kermit is going to be Fiero.
Oh, okay. But Miss Piggy is 100% Galinda. You're right.
Yeah.
She's not Alphaba.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know who your wizard is in this scenario.
Yeah.
But
Somebody said you should make a Jesus Christ Superstar musical with the Muppets. Can you even? That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Good.
Okay. I like it. It's awesome.
I like it.
This is blah blah blah. Okay, episode stroke. Get it out. The funny thing is, this person asked, "What movie would you want to be remade as with the Muppets?" And this person commented, "I have waited my entire adult life for this question." That's what cracked me up. That's what got me.
Yeah.
I was like, apparently they like the Muppets as much as we do.
God.
That's adorable. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to think of another one.
I don't think you could go wrong. Like, if you actually make it, if you go all in and make it, do a good job with it, which they always do, right? It's going to be amazing.
This person said Alien.
Alien?
I'd struggle with that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You'd have to really make it very kid friendly. I think you'd have to there would be, it would I think be like a play on.
I don't know
the whole thing.
I don't know about that.
I don't think you could just do a true remake.
I think it's too scary.
Well, that's what I mean. You'd have to like the alien is no longer the scaly alien. It's like Sweetums or something. You see what I mean? Like, I think it'd have to be.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I'm not thrilled with that one.
Trying to think if there's any other ones that I would suggest. Somebody said the Avengers. You make the Muppets superheroes.
That would be good.
That could be kind of funny. Now that would be funny. Yeah. I'm like, it's got to be funny.
Well, exactly.
Right?
I mean, I think you could do, because somebody also said The Shining, and I think that
okay, now
I think that you could do a horror movie, but you have to make it a joke movie.
It has to be. No, The Shining actually that cracks me up.
That would crack me up.
Right. That's kind of funny. So, yeah, can you imagine instead of like those two twin girls, you have Waldorf and Statler just heckling you?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, that would be funny. I like that idea. That could be. That could work.
Who's the person that is Jack? What's his face? Unchanged.
What? Repeat the question? Jack Nicholas, right? Isn't that who plays
Jack Nicholas?
Help me.
I think his name is Jack in the movie.
Because all work
the actor's name is also Jack.
Make Jack a dull boy.
What the hell is his actor's name?
Well,
Jack.
It is Jack Nicholson. I said the golfer, Jack Nicholas. I apologize.
It's Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson.
I said it wrong.
Yeah, no, I think Jack Nicholson is unchanged. And Shelley Duvall is replaced with Miss Piggy.
Legit.
And
Gonzo is going to play the dude that comes driving up with the...
he's got the shine.
He's got the shine. He's got the shinning. You want to get sued?
I think,
Now, you don't have a very big cast. Well, actually, you'd have the ghost. You have the bartender dude. You have the... Yeah, who's the lady in the bathtub? That's kind of gross. That's
you
Dr.
could do like a Sam the Eagle
Yeah.
kind of thing, something funny like that.
Well, or you could do that. What's the girl in the band? And she's always seems like she's high.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have an actual naked lady Muppet. I'm gonna have something. It's sweet.
Something goofy. Okay.
You know what I mean?
It would have to be something goofy.
Or Fozzie.
Totally agree.
Fozzie hasn't been cast in any of these movies yet.
You're right. Fozzie could be the bartender.
True.
That's true.
Fozzie's definitely the bartender.
Fozzie's the bartender, and he's cracking terrible jokes all the time. Yeah, he's perfect.
Exactly.
He's perfect.
Exactly.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
I stand by my Princess Bride. I think that
Sure.
works.
Absolutely.
Probably the best because it's
That
got
would work really well.
That perfect mix of fantasy and comedy.
Yep.
And has a big enough cast that like Waldorf and Statler could be potentially the Miracle Man and the wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those two.
I like the idea too of making a musical.
Yes.
I think because they made the Christmas Carol was a musical.
We could do the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh my God. You just got me. I'm on board.
I'm on board.
That would be too awesome.
I think that would be really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd watch a remake of The Greatest Showman.
Oh my gosh.
Muppets.
Oh, for sure. This person suggests Les Miserables.
Chicago.
Yeah, I think just about any musical could be pretty funny.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
I definitely like the idea of Wicked. That would be pretty good too. So yeah. Okay, good ideas.
I think Wicked would be.
Where do
really
we send
good.
these ideas? We gotta submit these.
Know.
We've got ideas.
I was looking up a list of musicals just to get some ideas here.
Okay.
And the movie Enchanted actually came up, and I've just been reminded that I really love that movie and I should watch it soon.
It is such a great movie.
I love Enchanted.
You're so right.
So
it's so adorable.
oh, Sweeney Todd.
Oh, okay, that could be good. That could be pretty good.
Remake of
Right.
Sweeney Todd would be pretty funny.
Okay, cool.
All right.
We got some good ideas.
We got great ideas.
We've got to send these. Oh, no, this person says Into the Woods. Actually, that would be
good.
That would definitely be a Muppet
That could absolutely
character-friendly movie. Yeah, for sure.
100%.
All right.
100% you could do. I'm trying to think of what other something rotten, which doesn't have a movie.
It does not.
But I feel like that could be kind of funny if they did a movie
It would
version.
be
and
very
they
funny.
did
If you've never
the
seen
Muppets.
if you've never seen the musical Something Run, and if it ever travels near you, go see it. Is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. We literally left the theater and my like jaw hurt, like my face hurt from laughing so
Yes.
hard. It was just you just sit and watch the show and you're smiling. You realize you're just grinning ear to ear through the whole show. It's so wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorites. It's so great. You're right. That would be hilarious as with the Muppets. That would be a hoot.
100%. I did see someone had suggested Frankenstein as a Muppet movie you could remake.
Yeah.
I'll do you one better. I would say you should remake Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
With
Yeah.
the Muppets. I think that one,
Make it funny.
I would say Unchanged is Frau Blucher. No, I'm just kidding. Gene Wilder, I think you could probably leave.
Gene Wilder would be great.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
with the Muppets.
Marty Feldman
Yeah.
could also be the human in that.
So funny.
If you do Young Frankenstein and you leave Marty Feldman, I think you get the Tim Curry effect that is Muppet Treasure
It's true.
Island.
It's true because his eyes alone, the way he could make his eyes so big, like he was a living Muppet, wasn't he?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think you get the effect that he acts more like a Muppet
Yes.
versus in the other ones that way I think we've been saying where, it's like when I said the Princess Bride, and
Sure.
I think Prince Humperdinck, I think is when
Yes.
Unchanged. I think he plays more of a Michael Caine.
Yes. The
Played
straight.
really
The
straight.
straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Can you imagine if you did Gene Wilder as the person with all the Muppets? I would love to see the outtakes.
Oh,
Because the outtakes of Young Frankenstein alone are very funny because he is trying not to laugh because Marty Feldman makes him laugh so much. And it's so wonderful.
I'd live for any movie. I don't care what the movie is.
Yeah.
But to have Madeline Kahn with the Muppets because I adore her. Every day that I am reminded that she's passed away devastates me to no end.
It's true. It's true. National treasure. Love her.
Oh, Kinky Boots.
Oh, okay.
What if you
Now
think
that would be a hoot.
That would be great.
That would be a hoot.
Can you imagine
Oh my
Kermit comes
God.
out in these big
In the
fucking
giant
boots?
red boots.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Sign me up.
Oh,
That's
my
a hoot.
God.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I think we've kind of established that you could probably do just about anything with Muppets.
Those
and
things.
We would enjoy it.
Musicals seem to
I think
fit
it lends
really,
itself
really well.
to that. Yes. Totally
Yes.
agree. Okay.
Any movie that you would seriously consider any movie that you would seriously consider making into a musical, I think you could make an argument for a Muppet rendition.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Oh man. So, well, all right. So, do you want to do the draft? You want to draft them now?
Oh my God. I need to get a list of the Muppets
I also pulled up a list.
because I don't know how many are we drafting?
I don't know. We could do like 12.
Okay. Folks, I asked, she said, do you want to do a draft? And I'm like, well, sure, I'm up for anything. And then she's like, I already know who my
Because
number one pick is. And I'm like, what? How long have you been thinking about this? I have not thought about this. I wouldn't even know.
I mean, we could do, what is it? Yeah, we'll do 12. Would you be like, if you had like, not that they're playing football, but you would have 11 plus an alternate. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. The team we're drafting.
List.
Yeah, I just kind of Googled list of Muppets and then
Muppet
went to the
Wiki.
images, and now I'm just kind of looking at the pictures because
Wiki.
there's so many Muppets that exist.
There are a lot of Muppets.
That it's difficult to.
Okay. All right. Well, since you already know,
Do you want to do rock paper scissors? I don't want to. I don't want to take.
You already know who you're. I say since you already know who your number one is, you go first.
Okay, 1 second. Let me write this.
Because I'm cool with that.
10, 11. Now, I hope you're writing this down somewhere.
Okay. Let's write it down.
Okay, so
On
I'm
one of
going
my
first now.
many
I think I went
notepads.
first. I think I went first during the Swiftie draft. So, do you think the people will be upset if I go first again?
I have given you the option to go first.
Okay.
It's all yours.
All right, number one coming off the board. It's Miss Piggy. And it's not even close.
Okay.
I'm taking Miss Piggy.
Yeah,
Miss Piggy is a force to be reckoned with.
She absolutely is. She is the baddest ass of all baddest asses. She 100% love her. I had a Miss Piggy doll when I was a kid. I loved her so much. And she had real hair and I could comb her hair and I made her beautiful. Oh yeah, I loved her. She was in the purple dress with the long purple gloves.
Yep.
Yep, the iconic Miss Piggy. I had her when I was little. I loved her.
Have you seen the clips of her interacting with Martha Stewart? She's like on the Martha on her show, and she's ripping Martha Stewart a new one.
She's so
Who the hell cares, Martha?
right. Whoever plays Miss Piggy is
The funniest
just
human
the funniest
being.
freaking thing ever. Yes, totally
It's
agree.
so good.
Totally
Who
agree.
cares, Martha?
Okay, so Miss Piggy is off the board.
All right, Miss Piggy is gone.
Good choice. Good choice.
I feel like there was it's probably a controversial take, because obviously I had to pass somebody up.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a controversial take.
Okay.
It's a solid pick.
I wanted to guarantee that Miss Piggy made the list.
Yeah, it's this is tough though, because I think my number one pick has got to be Statler and Waldorf. They go together.
You're taking them both.
They go together.
Okay.
You can't have one without the other, right? Don't you think?
I think so. They'll give you two. I'll give it to you. All right. All right. Good pick there. Good pick there.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna say that you can't take like the Electric Mayhem.
We will say that you
You'd
cannot
have to
take the
take-
whole band.
I'd say that at best you can take a duo, but it must be a duo.
No,
Like Honeydew and Beaker or
No,
Statler
I think
and
those.
Waldorf.
I think those can be individual.
You could-
Statler and Waldorf is just they're absolutely iconic together. You cannot
Okay.
split them up.
Okay.
Don't you think?
I guess so. I guess so.
Okay. Well, I'm saying that they are. So you're up next.
I know. This is tougher.
It's tough now.
I know, because I know who I think I want to take here.
Okay.
I know who the obvious choice is. Right. I know he's there,
Yep.
and I should take him.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to take Kermit.
Okay.
I got to take Kermit.
You gotta, because you can't have Piggy being upset because Kermit's on another team. So, they're kind of iconic. They gotta go
It's
together
true.
too.
It's true.
Okay. My next pick has to be. This is tough.
I know this is tough.
I gotta go Gonzo.
Damn it. I was between Kermit and Gonzo, and I was like,
Gotta go Gonzo.
Damn.
He's a hoot.
I liked Gonzo.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Oh man.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right.
Okay.
Next.
There's some good ones. There's
there's a lot of good ones.
some real winners still here on the board.
Certainly.
I have to go to a list I don't remember. Okay, I'm struggling because I love Rolf.
Oh,
Wolf the dog.
you shouldn't have brought him up because I love him too.
I know, but I like Animal.
Oh, see, don't stop talking. You're taking all my good ones.
I know. I've never been much of a Fozzie fan. I feel bad for him, but I've just never been much of a Fozzie fan.
Me too, because he's just a bit of a goober. But somebody's got to play that role, I guess.
I know it. All right, I'm taking Rolf.
Damn it.
No, sorry.
Rolf.
Taking Rolf the dog.
I love it. That's very you. Then I got to go Animal.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Who the hell do you think you are?
So sorry.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
I'm sorry.
So,
She's struggling now. She's struggling.
I should have forced you to take Statler and Waldorf as two different picks.
No, they have to be together. All right, who are you picking? Let's go.
I know why I'm thinking.
Holding up the show.
Holding up. You just took all my damn picks.
I didn't take none of all your. You took my picks.
Now, are we counting the Sesame Street guys?
Well, sure, why not?
Oh, okay.
They're Muppets,
Well, that
aren't they?
changes things.
That's true. Or are we going classic Muppet show?
I think we
Muppets?
got to just stick with the Muppets,
Stick with
right?
Okay.
Okay.
Right, that's
oh
fine.
God, okay.
Because you're right. Because then you got Grover in there, and I love him so much.
I love Grover.
Yeah.
I probably would have taken Grover right here, right now, if we were adding those in.
That does change things. You're right.
It does. I'm taking Sam the Eagle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Sam the Eagle myself.
I need a little.
You gotta have somebody to play the straight man.
Exactly.
And he's pretty funny. Okay, then I gotta go Robin the Frog.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
I love him.
Good pick.
Okay.
Good pick there. All right. I think I'm taking Sweetums. I love Sweetums.
Damn it, that was gonna be my next pick.
Yep.
You're right. Okay, that's fine.
I gotta take Sweetums.
That's fine. I'm going to go with. This is tough. I had Sweetums lined up, so now I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck.
Not so easy now.
No, it's not. It's not easy. Okay, let's go with. I keep talking about him, so I'm gonna go with Dr. Teeth.
To show she's taking Dr. Teeth.
Yeah, let's go with him. He's cool. He's super cool. I like him a lot.
She's taking all the Electric Mayhem.
Maybe, because then I'm gonna have a cool rock band.
Mm-hmm. Janice is up next for you.
Maybe.
Oh man, I'm struggling.
I can't believe you took Rolf. Damn it.
I can't believe you took Gonzo. I couldn't believe you took Gonzo. I thought if I took Kermit, I thought Gonzo might still be there for me. If I took Gonzo, would you have taken Kermit?
Yes.
See, I knew it.
These are the choices that you must make.
These are the choices you gotta make. Okay, I'm taking Rizzo, the rat.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'd rather have him with Gonzo, but you stole Gonzo from me.
Well, that's why I'm deciding, do I take Camilla the chicken?
Oh,
Because
classic.
Gonzo will be sad without
That's true.
without Camilla. I'll go Camilla the chicken to keep Gonzo happy.
Camille the chicken is such a good pick. That's such a good pick.
Okay.
I'm taking Beaker.
Oh, okay.
Taking Beaker.
I was gonna take Beaker next, but then fine, I'll take Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
That's pretty good. I was like, I like Beaker better, so I'm taking. I was listening to the 12 Days of Christmas, the Muppet version with John Denver,
right?
And it gets the whatever the ninth or the something. Then it goes me.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
and I'm singing along to this. This is back in December,
Right?
or whatever, and it gets over me, and Ashley goes, "Shut the fuck up."
I can see her
Because I don't miss a beat. I go straight. I knew it was coming, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my god, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. God. Okay, now you're up.
Here's the where I'm struggling.
This is where you're struggling.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a few options I could go here.
Okay.
Number one, I could take Fozzie. Fozzie's still on the board.
But Fozzie's still
at number 8, it's not a bad pick.
No,
to get Fozzie here.
not at all. Of course not.
But Pepe is also still there.
Pepe is still there.
Pepe the prawn.
Yep.
He's there. But also, I could take Zoot, who is the saxophone player of Electric Mayhem.
Oh, no, he's cool. He's a cool dude.
There's also Uncle Deadly, and I don't even know if you know who that is.
I don't think I do.
I have no.
Nothing came to my head.
He's all blue, and he has like a weird kind of beard thing going on. But
yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's no real good. Couldn't tell you a single thing that he does, but apparently that's his name, and I was gonna pick him just on name alone
because it is a cool name.
It's a great name.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? I'm taking Pepe.
Okay.
I'm taking Pepe.
I'll go with your gut.
Yep. That's the sarcasm we need.
Yes, it's true.
He's a late addition to the Muppets. It cracks me up. He didn't make it into the Muppet movie. They cut it. They didn't include him. They used him in.
You're right. He is in the
like the Wizard of Oz and
the Haunted Mansion one. I think he's in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he came back.
Yeah, I will take Crazy Harry. He's the dude that blows everything up.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, he runs around. He's got the slide thing. He pushes it down, blows shit up. Yeah,
the detonator.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of the word for it. Yeah, I got to go Crazy Harry. He's hysterical.
Now I was considering Link Hogthrob, if you know who that is.
Oh, I do. The
captain. The
pigs in space.
Pigs in space.
You got that's excellent. That's what a name. Link Hogthrob. That's hilarious.
I know.
Yeah, Dr. Strange Pork. He was on that on Pigs in Space as well. Yeah, they were hilarious.
Ugh. You know what though?
What?
I'm not taking him.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take Manamana.
Oh,
I'm taking the Manamana.
Classic.
Muppet.
Classic. Okay. Well,
can't spell. There we go.
If you're taking him, then I'm gonna go back to this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm between Floyd, Zoot, and Janice.
There's 4 picks left. You could get them all.
Do I need a guitarist?
Floyd Pepper is his full name.
Yeah. Floyd and Janice play guitar.
Floyd plays the bass.
Floyd plays the bass.
Zoot's on.
I got my drummer. I've got keyboards and vocals with Dr. Teeth.
You got Janice on lead guitar, Floyd on bass, and Zoot on the sax.
You gotta have a saxophone, right? I'm gonna go Zoot.
She's got to take Zoot.
I gotta take Zoot.
She wants the Electric Mayhem.
I love him.
That's a good one. I was considering the Swedish Chef here.
Yeah, because then he can make your spicy sauce for you.
That's true.
That's not a bad pick.
That's who I was considering. But I keep at the back of my mind, I'm like, you really probably should take Fozzie.
Well, why not? Go for it.
I just don't care for Fozzie. And I know that maybe is a controversial pick there.
Yeah.
Oh man. Or bit. I could also just steal Janice.
You could.
Straight out from under you.
It's true. Your call. Man. What was the couple that always danced in the Muppet Show?
I don't know. I don't know if they had a name.
They do, but I can't remember it.
Right.
Oh man.
I can't remember it. All right, you know what? No. We've got Miss Piggy up top. We're taking Link Hogthrob.
Okay.
Captain Link Hogthrob.
That's hilarious. You're killing me.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. Next up, Floyd Pepper.
Floyd Pepper. Oh my God, she's leaving Janice just on the board.
Look at him. He's super cool. He is a cool dude.
I thought you would have secured Janice. I thought about taking Janice all the way back at Rizzo.
Janice needs to lay off the weed.
That could just be Janice's personality.
It probably is. It probably is.
It could just be her personality.
It's true.
Don't make assumptions about Janice's lifestyle.
You don't know Janice.
You don't know Janice.
No, it's totally fine. I love her. I love the whole Electric Mayhem. Who thinks of this is a great band name? Electric Mayhem. It's fantastic.
It's already a band.
I absolutely love it.
Oh man. I'm really struggling now.
Who are the Fuzz Brothers? Sorry, I'm looking at this list. I'm like, the Fuzz Brothers.
The Fuzz Brothers.
This is like apparently every Muppet ever made.
Yeah.
Who's Flash? I can't even see these.
He's a miracle. You know what? I'm taking Uncle Deadly.
You already did take Uncle Deadly.
I didn't take Uncle Deadly.
Yes, you did.
No, I'm looking at the list, Mom. You told me when I
heard you say I'm taking.
I suggested. I said I was possibly going to take Uncle Deadly.
You're right.
I'm taking him here.
You're possibly going to take him. I thought you already did.
No. I ended up going with Pippin.
I apologize. And of course, Janice is mine.
Janice has made it in at number 11. All right, now this is your alternate. Oh,
is that the whole band? No, Lips. There's Lips is left.
Who the hell is Lips?
This dude right here who apparently plays a trumpet, but he's not.
I ain't never seen Lips in my life.
He's not.
I've never seen this man before.
He's not featured, I don't think, very often. But there is a dude. He's not. I think they must just call him in and use him for special occasions because
I ain't never seen him in my life.
There is a dude who plays the trumpet who is named Lips.
Well, let me tell you something. If you go to the official Muppet Wiki and you go to the Electric Mayhem, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Correct.
Lips is mentioned there.
Yes.
But he is not on the poster.
No, he's not. Like I said, they show him. Here he is.
He's not on most things. Yeah, but he ain't in the band.
I think they just use him for special occasions.
They did like one song one time.
Probably. And they were like, we need a trumpet guy. Let's bring in Lips.
That's what I'm saying. Call in Lips.
Yeah, but he's not. You're right. In the main character, the main band, he is not in there. This is true. Mm-hmm. I get you. Okay, last pick. What's it gonna be?
The Swedish Chef is still on the board. You know what? No, let's not be ridiculous. We're taking Fozzie Bear as our alternate. He's a solid substitute.
Okay.
Fozzie Bear. I was gonna feel bad if nobody drafted him.
It's true. We can't leave him. We can't leave one of the main Muppets out there.
It's true.
Unattended. So as my alternate, the Swedish Chef.
Okay. The Swedish Chef. I was really considering the Swedish Chef.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the spicy sauce. You're getting jack shit.
I'm getting waka waka wakas. Are you kidding me? I've got probably one of the top 5 most recognizable Muppets. I got
true.
Kermit, Miss Piggy, and Fozzie.
You stole Miss Piggy from me.
I was taking her
Right
number
off the
one.
bat.
When I
Stole
said
her.
I already know who it is, I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I'm taking Miss Piggy
It's a good choice.
off the top.
I love her. Fashion icon. She's
She was
amazing.
literally voted. She was Woman of the Year.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I love her.
I love her.
She's got all the sass. She's super smart.
I don't even need a Muppets movie. I just want Miss Piggy to be cast in things.
It's true.
I want a Miss Piggy reality TV show series.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I want it to be played completely straight. I watch that. I want to see the Muppets. I want to see the Muppets on WWE.
Oh my God.
She
would be killing it on WWE.
I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the whole hi-ya thing she's got going on. Yeah.
I think that would be hilarious if WWE did, like, you know how they do the little the bits that they'll like film before they come out on the thing.
Yeah.
If she was in one of those,
Oh my God.
oh my God.
Oh my God. Love her.
Could you imagine if they just drop the Miss Piggy Muppet from the top of the stadium?
Just drop her. Hilarious. That was a nice squeal. That is so funny.
I would kill to see her on WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, you took her from me, and I couldn't really take Kermit because I feel like they have to go together.
I thought you were going to take
So
Kermit.
it's fine. I was like, no, my next favorite's got to be Statler and Waldorf. So
I was fully prepared to give up Kermit. I thought you were going to take Kermit for sure.
Yeah.
And I was going to take Miss Piggy followed by Gonzo.
As much as I love Kermit, I was like, he has to be with Piggy. It's okay. It's okay. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
It's a sacrifice.
Because then I got Statler and Waldorf together.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy with my list because I have the Electric Mayhem, and they're fantastic, and I love them. So
It's true.
I have a band to play for me whenever I want.
You secure the whole band and the hecklers.
It's true. And I have a chef who's going to make me terrible food. And Robin the Frog, who is adorable. I'm very happy. Gonzo and Camilla are together again. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, Kermit, Miss Piggy. Obviously, Rizzo and Gonzo were broken up, but I got Rizzo and Pepe, and I think that's
Sure.
a solid duo as well.
That's true. That is a solid duo.
Rolf the dog and Sam the eagle give us the straight man that we need.
Now, I would trade you
Okay.
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew to go with Beaker for Rolf the dog.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. I would not. I fully intended.
It was worth a try.
Since we decided that we were gonna break those two up, I was like, well, I'm not drafting Honeydew. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not drafting him. Wasn't gonna do it.
Okay.
I should have just drafted Tim Curry at the end there.
Oh, you
Maybe.
know what?
I
That's
think
true
I
because
probably could have gotten away with it.
he is an honorary. Well, I would give you.
She would give me.
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew to go with Beaker, and I would take Dr. Strange Pork because then I would still have a doctor.
I thought you were just gonna say you were gonna break up Statler and Waldorf.
No, of course not. That's insanity. Yeah, yeah. You should put Honeydew with Beaker because I don't think Beaker's going to survive without Honeydew.
I think it's actually the way around. Beaker's been blown up constantly. That lives through it.
It's true.
I went with Beaker as more of a tank to fill the role of tank.
Oh, okay. That's why I went Crazy Harry. Yeah.
I've got Sweetums brings a little bit of muscle.
Man, I know. I'm jealous. I'm jealous about Sweetums. I like him.
Rizzo and Pepe bring us some chaos.
Yeah.
Link Hogthrob, distraction.
He is definitely the distraction because he's not very smart.
It's true.
Yeah.
But Miss Piggy and Kermit are getting the job done.
You're right. You got Piggy, you're fine.
And I don't even need the whole band. I've got Ralph the dog.
I don't want to talk to you about that.
Serenading me with the music.
Damn it. There are so many moments where the Muppets actually are so, it's like Rolf will play like a song and sing, and it's just so, it's so wonderful and heartwarming. There's a lot of actually really heartwarming moments too with the Muppets, and there, if you think about the Christmas special they did with John Denver and then that whole CD, there's songs in there that are goofy and everything, but then some of the songs in there are really sweet too, and so a lot of good moments with the Muppets.
Love the Muppets.
I will tell you. We kind of went off on a Muppet tangent here.
We did. Well,
I'm
we
not
did
mad
say
about
we
it.
were talking about Muppets at the top.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Do you have a Skinny Screw poop?
Well,
do you have one? You
really.
don't have to have one. I could give you a Muppet thingy. I got a little quick something.
Okay. What were you going to tell me?
Okay. So the creators of Spam, Spam.
The actual food
canned
Spam?
Spam. Yep.
Okay.
Sued Jim Henson Productions for using the name Spam, SPA''AM, for one of the Muppet Treasure Island's pig characters. I think they named them Spam.
Okay.
The judge dismissed the suit after the trial for failure to prove damages, noting, quote, one might think Hormel, which is the
maker company behind Spam, yeah.
Yep. One would think Hormel would welcome the association with a genuine source of pork.
That's awesome.
I thought that was pretty good.
Right.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
That did crack me up. I was like, oh, well, there you go.
Right.
Personally, I would have been trying to approach them, see if there was like a little deal you could set up or something.
Wouldn't you
know
think?
what I mean?
And you could be a spokesman for your, do some commercials on it. Like, wouldn't that be hilarious? One of the things I find super interesting about the Muppets, because they're super absolute iconic characters now, right? The main ones have been around for a long time now. Everybody knows who they are. The fact that they're still relevant, you know.
Oh, yeah. They've been around since the 50s and they're still very relevant.
Yeah. And the thing that is so interesting about the Muppets is like when you see them in like you saw the thing where Miss Piggy was cooking with Martha Stewart.
She's been on that show so many times and I didn't even realize I love it so much.
There's a lot of different things where the Muppets are being interviewed or they're part of a show and they're treated as real beings. Okay, they're treated as like, you know, it's not like they're not talking. They don't talk to the person who's working the puppet. They're not talking to a puppet. They're talking to a real person. You know, a real living thing. And they're treated as real living things and it's hilarious.
Yes,
right?
Everybody plays it straight typically. Yeah. Now, have you seen there is a clip of Kermit the Frog is on one of the late night shows or something like that.
Right.
Okay. And so one of the hosts, you know, whoever asks Kermit, what's the difference between a Muppet and a puppet?
Puppet, okay.
And Kermit says, well, a puppet is like controlled by a person. They make him talk to them. He goes, and I'm a real talking frog. That's what he says. Right. Cracks me up.
Legit.
And I'm a real talking frog.
That's literally the history of the Muppets. It's like they're treated as they're actually a real talking frog, pig, whatever the character happens to be. Yeah.
Yes.
And I find that I don't know. I find that really funny. And excellent, right? It's not only funny, but it's really excellent.
I got two quick little Muppet facts. If you want some little fun facts about the Muppets.
All right. Hit me.
Number one is that a lot of the Muppets are left-handed. So like when you see Kermit performing with the banjo and such like that, he's performing it like he's left-handed, and that's because a lot of the actors are right-handed and they need their right hand to control the mouth or whatever, and so their left hand ends up controlling the hand, and so most of them are left-handed for that reason.
Okay. That's cool.
And then my other fun fact is that the song Rainbow Connection,
I love it.
You love it, sung by Kermit from the 1979 film The Muppet Movie, reached number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 and remained in the top 40 for 7 weeks, and it was nominated for Best Original Song at the 52nd Academy Awards.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that song is, I just said, like, sometimes there's some really heartwarming moments with them too. That's one of them, is when he's singing that song. And that song is, a lot of people love that song. Sam danced for the first time on point in her toe shoes to that song. And I can remember I was backstage watching her dance from the side.
Yeah.
And I had just been diagnosed with cancer and I was going through chemo. Now, can you imagine?
Oh.
As a mom, and I'm going through that, and I'm watching her dance for the very first time.
On
point. And she was, that was the ultimate goal for her, is to be able to dance. That's hard. It's very hard to do.
Really hard
to do that. And I'm back there, just the tears are coming. And it's just this beautiful, it's just this beautiful moment that you're just so happy to be alive, right? And I was backstage because they'd switched shoes for the next show, and the moms were all back standing in the sides waiting for them to come off. And it's a bit to get those shoes off and get into the other shoes. So that's why we were standing there. But it was such a moment because I was standing there and it was kind of right. It's dark.
Yes.
I'm by myself and I'm watching her dance to the song, and so that song always makes me think of that. And
That's crazy.
it makes me tear up a little bit.
So good.
So yeah.
That song is written by Paul Williams, who I am recognizing by sight, but could not really tell you what he's done other than he's done a lot of the Muppet stuff. I worked on Muppet. Christmas Carol is one of the big things, but he's won Oscars, Grammy, and Golden Globes,
Okay.
and whatnot. And he wrote a lot of popular songs like the 70s, and then he also won Best Motion Picture Score for A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he was also nominated for an Oscar for the score of the Muppet movie from 1979, which is what he wrote the Rainbow Connection for.
Yeah.
I just thought there's apparently somebody had said that there is a documentary about him called Phantom of the Paradise, which I've never seen.
I've never heard that.
But that he is apparently a fascinating character, this Paul Williams is. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll have to watch that.
We'll have to check that out. So okay, did you know that because the question is which Muppet is LGBTQ?
Okay.
This says Miss Piggy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because
Of course she is.
Piggy-
Ally as well.
Piggy has,
Even if she wasn't.
Piggy has performed in a drag performance and has been called a gay icon. Piggy then commented.
Piggy is a gay icon.
Piggy then commented on the fact in 2014, interviewing in an interview stating, "I love being anybody's icon." That's so her, right?
I love Miss Piggy so much.
That's so awesome. I loved it. I didn't know.
Love that the Wikipedia for okay, Miss Piggy has a Wikipedia page, of course.
Of course.
But they talk about her as a person on the Wikipedia page. So
Legit. And we're sitting here talking about them as real characters.
Miss
Yes.
Piggy is a Muppet character known for her breakout role in the sketch comedy television series The Muppet Show.
Oh my God. Yeah, because you know what? Kermit makes an appearance on Sesame Street. Or first, before the Muppet Show
Yes.
was ever even started. But I don't think Piggy did. I think
No.
she doesn't come around until later.
Yeah, I don't think
The Muppet Show and then the Muppet movies and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
she makes her debut on The Muppet Show.
That's cool.
She was performed by Frank Oz from 1976 to 2002. He did her voice for like 25 some years.
Who did?
Frank Oz.
Did Miss Piggy's voice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know. I guess I knew that. Yeah. Did you know he also did the voice of Yoda?
Did he really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He did.
And then whoever Eric Jacobson is the other person took over her voice in 2001 and has to present still.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Look at you. What a job. What a great job.
There's a documentary.
You get to be the voice of Miss Piggy. That's so freaking cool.
And you just get to be rude to everybody.
Yeah. You just get to say it. You just get to call it like you see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Call
yeah.
it like
I
you
couldn't. I
see
was
it.
struggling. I couldn't get it out.
One of my. She was on RuPaul's Drag Race in 2021.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a little too excited about that she's on RuPaul.
It's excellent.
But when she was on the show with Martha Stewart, it's like Martha Stewart and Miss Piggy, and then there's a guy there, and they're like making like a gingerbread house or some shit like that.
Okay.
Okay, and the guy's working on stuff, and Miss Piggy's like clearly trying to flirt with this guy, right? And Martha's like, oh, his wife does da 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 da, is what Martha Stewart says, and Miss Piggy goes, who the hell cares, Martha? I was crying. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my God. Miss Piggy would use an F-bomb. She 100% would.
Who the hell cares, Martha? I was like,
Oh my God.
Which, let me tell you something. We watched the Martha Stewart documentary recently,
Okay.
and that was an excellent documentary.
Really? Okay. Martha kind of roasted it. She wasn't happy with a few things, but
Well, I'm sure she was.
overall she was fine with it, but she wanted a couple things. But she did collaborate with them
Yes.
to make it.
No, yeah, oh yeah, she's interviewed in it.
Yeah, but then she later was like, The music is terrible. I wouldn't have used that music.
She said she would use Snoop Dogg's music.
Snoop Dogg.
And
Yes.
I'm like,
Of course she wanted to use Snoop Dogg's
yeah.
music.
They interview him in that too.
Okay.
It's
cool,
so good.
I've never watched it. That's funny.
It talks about her, how she kind of like, her rise to fame and whatnot, and how she's just kind of like worked her ass off for everything. And she pitches, we should have this magazine that's geared towards women and towards like their, house and all this kind of stuff. And all these people are like, that would be a terrible fucking idea.
Right. Why would you do that?
And and eventually it does get off the ground. And of course it's a huge hit because, hey, that's an untapped market.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
And then she goes to prison for insider trading.
Yes.
Which really, when they lay out the facts of it, they did not have enough to convict her on.
No, there are so many people who they could have gone after for insider trading, and I'm not saying that she did it or not. I don't know. But the fact that they went after her so hard for that when there were other people who they could have and didn't and just let it go, and it's like
wow.
Like they wanted to make it like an example of her
it
real
was
bad.
I don't know if it was like CNN or MSNBC or whatever. They literally on the thing they called it a bitch hunt is what they called it, because she was known as being like really like bitchy and whatnot. But me and Ashley both came to this conclusion after watching it. She acted no differently than a man would in her position, and nobody would have blinked an eye if a guy had been talking to people the way that she did.
Not even a little bit.
Because she would be really harsh, and like if you like screwed something up or she wanted things a certain way, if she said it needs to be this way, it needs to be that way.
She was it still is very demanding person and expects it to be done right. But again, like you said,
how is that? That's not
no
any different
than anybody and any man who's in a leadership position.
No.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's done a lot of good for a lot of people, like genuinely. And the insider. Okay, here's the thing with the insider trading is that the accountant or whatever person. Okay. When they're going after all these people, they bring her in, they interview her, and she says, "I don't know." She doesn't answer a single fucking question. She just says, "I don't know." Because realistically, she wasn't personally handling any of it.
Right.
It's the accountant that's doing all of it.
Right.
So she says, I don't know. And the accountant fucking rolls over and throws her under the bus. And he gets like basically slap on the wrist. And they throw her in jail.
She gets put in prison. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was shook. Like, because I'm like that. They lay it out. Obviously like Martha Stewart's working on this, but I'm like, they convicted her on it. And and they were saying like, most people could not believe that, who knew the facts of the case, couldn't believe that they had gotten this conviction.
Right.
Because they said that the prosecution brings the few facts that they have, which not much. It's mostly just that the accountant rolls over and says that, yeah, she knew. And she said this. And Martha's like, one, I didn't know.
Right.
And two, I never admitted to doing any of it.
Yeah. I trusted my accountant. And that was her first mistake, which was,
And so and I'm saying it's the accountant, whoever. Could be the broker,
whatever it
person.
was. Yeah.
But yeah, so they bring his stuff in, so it's his word against hers.
Yeah.
And there's really not much else other than that.
Yeah.
And then they just
smear her crap out of her.
It is all personality attacks.
Yeah. Look how she behaves. Look how she's a strong, independent woman.
And fucking jury convicted her on it.
Yeah.
And so she goes to jail for, I don't know, a year or two.
Well, however,
it's not very long.
No, it's
She's
not. It's
not
super
it's
long.
It's not like federal prisoners.
Not
but
at all.
It's a low security thing. But she is in jail and she meets all these women. And she talks to them, and she's still friends with some of them today because she's like talking to them. They're like, well, I want to do this and da-da-da. And so she gets out and she ends up helping them.
She helps them.
Yes.
I know.
She ends up funding a lot of their ideas and dreams. And there are people who are like, well, I want to help like my community. I'm in here because like this is the situation I grew up with. And I was like, living chills. She helps all these women. I was like,
and who's to say? She might have known. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
She is a very smart businesswoman. So.
But they gave her jail time.
But they gave her jail time,
which is so fucked up.
Such crap because there's a lot of people, like I said, who've done that.
Yes.
And they knew it.
And I'm not saying that it's okay to do that. You should not.
Right.
But
and they don't go after a lot of people who do things very shady and very wrong in business dealings.
Yeah.
But they really wanted to go after her. No.
But you threw Martha Stewart in jail.
Right. I know.
Like, I've never been... Because up until watching this, I had known that she had gone to jail. I knew that she was a pretty demanding kind of person. And I knew that her going to jail was something about like money laundering or something, whatever,
Right.
you know.
And
It's inside. Yeah. Well, I didn't know. I was like,
right.
So it's like that it was like whatever. It's money related. She didn't kill somebody.
It was a huge deal at the time, and they literally, I think, said out loud, the prosecutors or whoever this deal were like, yeah, we're gonna make an example of her.
They did.
Yeah.
No, they
They
did.
wanted to.
They
very
literally
badly.
did. They have the prosecution, the guy, because of course, they're all doing interviews during this whole thing, and they play the clips, and it's like this dude just really had it out for her, and it's not even like. It's the most biased
crap that they spewed
thing. And I'm not saying that she didn't deserve to be fined or whatever.
Right? Yeah.
If you did that, you absolutely. But she didn't deserve jail time for that.
Well, and even like they spun it how because she is a strong, independent person who is in a position of leadership, who is very successful, that then because of that she must be just this absolute bitch.
Well, and they were spinning it like, well, look how demanding he is, and she oversees everything, so she must have overseen this.
Yeah, she had to.
And it's like,
she had to have been involved.
Wait a fucking minute.
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
And so after watching that, I was like, okay, new respect for Martha Stewart, because I knew she had gotten out, and my whole thing was like, whatever she did, she served her time.
She served her time, for sure.
She served her time, and now she's best friends with Snoop Dogg, and I love Snoop Dogg.
Right.
And
but then when you find out that she helped a lot of people,
so many people,
that.
And she's literally like...
And like, are you telling me that a woman in the business world is going to be super successful without being very demanding and very, you have to be. You're not going to be successful because you're competing with other men in these same positions, and it's very hard to be successful as a woman.
They assume that like women won't be unbiased and they won't be ruthless and all this kind of stuff. So like, and ends up being these successful women end up being the quote unquote like bitches or whatever.
Right.
Because
but that's what they're called.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's right. The listener can't see that I'm doing air quotes.
She's doing air quotes. They call them that, but if a man behaves the same way, he's not called that. He's like, well, it's just business. This is how you have to be.
They talk about
completely
this,
a different twist on it.
100%. They talk about this in the movie The Devil Wears Prada. I don't like love that movie.
I didn't really care for it. Yeah.
I enjoyed parts of it. I like the cast is great.
Yeah,
sure. Of Meryl Streep and who's that? Anne Hathaway and who's it? Emily Blunt, I think, is
I don't remember
other
but
assistant. But they talk about that they're like, she's this ruthless, and it's like she acts no different than any male fashion designer would act. Right. But she is absolutely lambasted for it. And it's like if she was any other way, she would have been successful. But God forbid she act like a man.
Right.
Yeah. And so I thought that part of that was that movie was good because it's 100% accurate. Yeah. It's have you seen the things that are like that women are like, starting today I'm writing my emails like a man or whatever because like when I write my email I'm like, hi so and so,
me too,
hope you're
me
having a
too.
great day, like here's this let me know if you have any questions, thanks, send, And for like guys, it's like, send me this. That's it. And that cracked me up because it's true. Like
it depends on the guy, but
not
for
all,
sure.
hashtag not all men.
Yeah,
but
not all men. This is true. Yeah.
But 100%.
It's true.
Women's emails are more what's the word? I won't say fluffy.
They just have a different personality.
Well, they add in that thing. Well, because it's that thing that in business you can't be a bitch to people.
Right. Which you shouldn't. You shouldn't be that way to anybody.
No,
now, can you be?
If you're direct as a woman, you're seen as being rude.
Right. You can have expectations, and you can expect people to be able to do their job.
Yes.
You should.
Oh, you should.
Yeah. Especially if you're in a position of leadership. Yeah, you should be able to expect that. But yeah, women are.
If you take them to task over it, though,
women are then portrayed in a different light than men are. Yeah, you're right. Well, I have sort of a leftover. So last episode we talked about somehow we thought is an HOA a cult or not, right? We talked about that.
Yes.
And we kind of went off on a tangent about HOAs. So I have kind of a funny story that I need your opinion on. Okay. A wife and a husband move into a new neighborhood. There is an HOA. Okay. They pay their fees, whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
The HOA is having an Easter egg hunt shortly after they move in.
Okay.
The wife loves Easter. She loves everything to do with it. She loves Easter egg hunts. She's super excited when she hears this.
So far, so good.
She reaches out to the head of the HOA and says, "Can I participate in the egg hunt?" And the HOA is like, "Well, sure. It's usually mostly kids, but if you want to, there's nothing that says it has to only be kids."
Mm-hmm.
The day of the Easter egg hunt, they go to wherever they're having this, and she looks around and realizes that the rest of the participants are like under the age of 10. Like no one's older than 10. Okay, except for her.
So that'd be my first question. Is this an adult Easter egg hunt?
The person tells her, well, it's usually mostly kids, but nothing says it can't be adults.
Oh, okay. So she knew and she didn't care. But
Okay.
good for her. Do what you love.
She gets there and sees that it's mostly kids. No one but her is over the age of 10.
Sure.
Okay. So I guess they line up and the person says go, and she leaves them in the dust. She
Good
just
for her.
goes and collects a ton
Good
of
for
eggs.
her.
Okay.
I tell you what I'd be doing. I would have gone out, bought a brand new like dog pooper scooper. Okay, you wouldn't catch me.
I mean, so of course she collects a ton of eggs, and the kids are not.
Fuck you, kids.
But now you have the parents are giving her dirty looks, and they're
sounds like you should have competed. I don't know what you want to do.
they're talking very loudly about her and how like this is for the kids and how come you're taking all the eggs and so then she goes over to her husband, is like, oh, should I have not like grabbed that many eggs? And he's like, well, maybe you might want to put some back. So
see, I would have personally handed some out because I mean,
right. So she puts some back, but she literally says, but I really didn't want to give up, most of my stash. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
so good.
Okay, who needs that much candy? So now it's kind of let out there for public opinion, like, should she have participated? Should she maybe have not gone so hard? And should she have, basically, is she the asshole? Okay, in this scenario.
I don't think she. Okay. I understand why people would gripe about it. I don't think she's an asshole because it was not done in a manner of like fuck these kids. It was more like I just genuinely love Easter so much.
Right.
And you should be allowed to. You should be allowed. Now I think that what the blessing is that they should have an adult Easter.
I'm kind of I'm torn on the situation because she is part of the HOA and paid her fees, and those fees paid for the eggs and what's inside them, the plastic,
them kids ain't paying
candy or whatever. That's true. So, I mean, if you pay your fees and you want to participate, then it's all you. Then I'm also on the flip side of, okay, do you really need to go quite that hard, because, you look over and you see, okay, everybody's under the age of 10, man, I got this. Like, okay, did you really need to do that? Probably not. Right. Maybe instead of, if you love Easter that much, maybe help put on the Easter egg hunt. Right. Maybe be a part of the planning.
Well, I was saying, have an adult Easter egg hunt. That's more of a competitive kind of thing.
And then have a separate one that you plan.
I would have more
for
fun
the
with
adults. Anyway. Yeah. Because honestly, competing against kids, there's not going to be.
Not as fun.
Right. It's not going to be that big of a competition, really. Right. And it's like.
She hides all of the eggs over 6 feet up in the air somewhere.
Legit. So it's like, and then how much candy do you really need here?
Sometimes those got money in them.
If it's, it depends on what they put in it. I don't know. It didn't say, but it's like, if you really like the thrill of the actual event of finding the things, then host one. Put one on for the adults and make it interesting, make it a little more fun for instead of competing against kids. So it's kind of towards like, well, she paid her fees, she asked. She did ask.
I don't think she did anything wrong. She asked to be a part
to join,
of it.
and the HOA person said yes.
I can see why the parents would be upset.
I can imagine,
but I also am like.
As a parent, I'd be like, what are you doing?
It's not that big. If your kid is like really like beat up, they're really sad, just go get them a bag of candy.
Exactly. And that's the other thing too, is how much candy do those kids need? Because they're going to do an egg hunt with the HOA, and they're going to do one.
I think it's like a
on
funny
Easter
story.
Sunday with their family. So it was funny to me because I was like, oh, she saw it was kids and went, fuck, your ass is grass. I'm going to get this kid.
I think it's just kind of like, personally, if I was a parent, I'd be like, okay, like, all right, do we need to be doing that? Right. But then let me tell you something. If I'm a dad, I'd be like, all right,
Let's
all
go.
right, Billy, let's go. I'm scooping them, and I'm just like going to dangle. I'm going to run with hold their ankles, dangle them, and just grab the eggs as we go over them. Okay, it's on at that point,
Right.
and I think I would have more fun with it.
I don't know. To me, like I said, I'm torn on that because she asked to join and she paid her fees, and why not? But
Well,
yeah, it also shouldn't be.
it's not, don't take it too serious.
Exactly.
Come on. Like it's not.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, what's the worst?
Maybe-
thing? That your kid got a few extra eggs.
Right.
Who
Maybe
cares?
maybe make it a family
And
then.
it sounds like she put some back.
Yeah, and she I don't know how many, but she did put some back. Some back. So I thought it was kind of hilarious, but then depending on your perspective,
I know.
yeah, I don't know. So
I'm all for. I think adults should be allowed to have fun,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. So I'm all for partaking in the Easter egg hunt. But
for sure, but I certainly don't think I would.
I don't think I would personally.
I don't think
it.
I would do that. And I wouldn't want to make a kid feel bad. So
Yeah,
but why not make it a family? You could do
Yes.
you can make it a family affair.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
everybody get a little bit of something because nobody eats that much candy
No.
for one anyway. So
Yeah. Well, do you know my in-laws do an Easter egg hunt because I've got 2 nephews,
yes,
and so they make us go out and hunt eggs with them.
okay, of course,
Okay.
because it's just the two. It's just been the older one,
Yes. So now there's the other one is a year old now,
right?
but he wasn't. He was like maybe 6 months old last Easter.
Right.
So
But even in a year, you're not going to be doing a lot of
nope. So
fast egg hunting.
exactly. So we usually go out there with them. Now here's the thing: is that I know that my mother-in-law puts money in some of the eggs.
Well, see, now that's the egg I'm going to want.
And I think it was like 2 years ago. I figured out which eggs she put the money in.
Oh.
They all had like a metallic sheen to them. So I'm walking around. I'm like leaving them. I'm going.
Picking all the money eggs.
I think I came out of that with about $10.
Dang, nice.
Because it's like a mix of like $1 bills, 50
Sure.
cents.
Okay, okay.
Maybe a $5 bill isn't a really fancy one or something. There's
Sure.
not that many. Most of them have candy, but I knew which ones had the money because they all were in the same. It's like she'd fill all the eggs, then she got in a pack,
These separate shiny ones.
maybe,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she would know, and then puts them all in. I went around and fucking scooped all those out.
Smart.
I was like, this one feels way too light.
Money.
That's got $1. So I was.
That's
Ashley,
fantastic.
Ashley comes around. I've got like maybe 6 eggs in my bag, and she's like,
What are you doing?
Where's all your eggs? And I was like, oh, I'm pretty. I was like, I'm being a little choosy. I'm being a little choosy. And then she realizes that they're all the same kind. She's like, God damn.
Only Abby figures
I'm
it
working
out.
the system out here.
Right. Most people don't figure it out. Oh,
I think I was supposed
funny.
to.
All right. Well, I guess we will move on to other things today. I don't know about you, but after this, I'm gonna need some serious beef.
And some serious figgy pudding.
All right. Bye.
Figgy pudding. Bye.